you might have seen a little promotional film I made for the event, which will show you some of the polling that I've done. We popped into the local cafe. I met a couple of guys there, and they all said the same thing. We hit the front rather earlier than I would have liked. And there it was, UKIP's poll, and I stared at it. And I kept on staring at it. And I realized for the first time ever, there was only one thing in life that's more frightening than being behind, and that is being in front. Because even people who we would have thought were friends of ours threw at us absolutely everything they got, like springtime snow, something that had not been leaked in any way at all, rather like a jack-in-the-box. And I'm not going to speculate on the timing of that. I don't find it unusual at all. So I kind of expect these things to happen. So wouldn't that be a lovely present for the Prime Minister? And the first specimen of that we saw in their strong areas too. And I just want to pick one area. I mean, I could pick all of them, but one area. Labour MPs have absolutely massive majorities that used to be provided by the Liberal Democrats were astonishing, weren't they? And when I hear Mr. Cameron telling us that they've actually been teasing us, and for the other three to even try and pretend it is not possible, I fear the numbers that come will get greater and greater. We were very, very ably backed and generously supported by a Yorkshireman, hard on the ground, a tremendous polling under David Cameron, very capably indeed, and on many other things before. It is actually rather easier now than it's been at any point in the last 15 years. And they convinced themselves that our polls would slide back to 4 or 5 or 6%. And yet, those polls have held firm. I think it is just about one of the most shocking things that I've seen in my lifetime in this country. And we've talked today about our broader areas that are currently held by sitting Labour MPs. In Greece, like a new broom, and with massive majorities, something quite remarkable happened. I know that Mr. Cameron promised that he would deliver for England, whether we want it or not, taking on and tackling in what is going to be a tight box. We simply can't keep up, and it's not going to get put back. It's something we must take out. We've got to lift the weight of burden off the back. We will campaign for people who want to go down to the local primary school and pick up a child. I don't blame youngsters wanting to come here. I do the same thing. But it's good for our young people to suffer in our schools. We love child abuse on a scale that I think is actually difficult for decent people to even comprehend. And I'm bored and I'm sick to death with being told it's wrong. You shouldn't be saying these things. Thank you. Thank you. Bit warm up there.